Jai, Jai Saparikai Śrī Śrī Guru Gaurachandra Ju Ki Jai, Jai Śrī Giraj Govardhan Ju Ki Jai, Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivrajaka Astater Sata Śrī Śrīman Śrīla Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivrajaka Astater Sata Śrī Śrīman Śrīla Bhakti Rakak Sridhardev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai. Welcome to Śrī Chaitanya Sāraswat Mission Morning Class. Dandavat. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Chata Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitangstam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Devam Śrī Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Śrī Vishakam Vidangscha Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Śrī Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Svapadantikam. Haribo. Hare Krishna. Every morning, getting up early, reorienting ourselves from the insanity of sleep. Coming back. Remember everything. Japa, Gayatri, all these things to bring us back to center every day. And put on our tilak. And just, this is such an important time of the day, actually. Haribol, Jai Śrī Chaitanya Charitāmṛta Ki Jai, Srila Kṛṣṇa Kaviraj Ki Jai, Srila Om Vishnupad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada said that the forehead that does not have tilak on it looks like a slaughterhouse. Jai Jai Śrī Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Jai Śrī Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai, we are reading now Antya-līlā, the 15th chapter, text number 70. Excuse me. Vikshalakat vita mukam tavakundala shri gandhastala darasuttam asitavalokam tatabbayam cha bhujadanda yugam vilokya. Thank you, Didi. Bhaksha Shri Aika Ramanam Cha Bhavamadasya. Dear Kṛṣṇa, by seeing your beautiful face, thank you. Dear Kṛṣṇa, by seeing your beautiful face decorated with tresses of hair, by seeing the beauty of your earrings falling on your cheeks, and by seeing the nectar of your lips, the beauty of your smiling glances, your two arms which assure complete fearlessness, and your broad chest whose beauty arouses conjugal attraction, we have simply surrendered ourselves to becoming your maid servants. This verse quoted by from Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken by the gopis when they arrived before Kṛṣṇa at the rasa dance. Kṛṣṇa Jani Padma Chanda Patiyache Mukapana Tate Adara Madhu O Tate Adara Madhu Smita Chara Brajanari Asi Asi Pande Padihaya Dasi Chadila Chapati Garadvara. Śrī Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, after conquering the moon and the lotus flower, Kṛṣṇa wished to capture the doe-like gopis. Thus he spread the noose of his beautiful face, and within that noose he placed the bait of his sweet smile to misguide the gopis. The gopis fell prey to that trap and became Kṛṣṇa's maidservants, giving up their homes, families, husbands, and prestige. After conquering the moon and the lotus flower, Kṛṣṇa wished to capture the doe-like gopis, doe meaning female deer. Thus he spread the noose of his beautiful face, and within the noose he placed the bait of his sweet smile to misguide the gopis. So he spread like a trap. And then in that trap something to attract, which is his beautiful face, beautiful sweet smile. The gopis fell prey to that trap and became Kṛṣṇa's maidservants, giving up their homes, families, husbands, and prestige. The prestige as being chaste religious wives. Bandhava Kṛṣṇa kare vyadera achara Nahimani dharma dharma hare nari mrigi marma kare nana upayatahara. My dear friend, Kṛṣṇa acts just like a hunter. This hunter does not care for piety or impiety. He simply creates many devices to conquer the cores of the hearts of the doe-like gopis. Ganga stala jalamala nache makura kundala she nuche hare nari chai shashmita katak shabane ta sabara hridayahane nari vade nahi kichuvai. The earrings dancing on Kṛṣṇa's cheeks are shaped like sharks, and they shine very brilliantly. These dancing earrings attract the minds of all women. Over and above this, Kṛṣṇa pierces the hearts of women with the arrows of his sweetly smiling glances. He is not at all afraid to kill women in this way. This is what the gopis are saying. He has no hesitation. Ati ucca suvistara Lakshmi Srivatsa Alankara Kṛṣṇera Jai Dakatiya Vaksha Braja Devi Laksha Laksha Tasabara Mano Vaksha Haridasi Karibare Daksha. Oh, on Kṛṣṇa's chest are the ornaments of the Srivatsa marks, indicating the residence of the goddess of fortune. His chest, which is as broad as a plunderer's, attracts thousands upon thousands of damsels of Braja, conquering their minds and breasts by force. They all become maidservants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hari Bom. Sulalita Dirgargala Kṛṣṇera Bhuja Jugala Bhuja Nahe Kṛṣṇa Sarpakai Dui Shalya Chidre Paise Narira Hridaye Dangshe Mare Nare Nari Se Bishajvalai. The two very beautiful arms of Kṛṣṇa are just like long bolts. They also resemble the bodies of black snakes that enter the space between the two hill-like breasts of women and bite their hearts. The women then die from the burning poison. Kṛṣṇakara padatala koti chandra shushitala jini karpura bena mula chandan akabara jara sparshe smara jwala vishanashe Jadasparshe Lubda Narimana. The combined cooling effect of camphor, the roots of the Kasha and sandalwood is surpassed by the coolness of Krishna's palms and the soles of his feet, which are cooler and more pleasing than millions upon millions of moons. If women are touched by them even once, their minds are enticed, and the burning poison of divine lusty desire for Krishna is immediately vanquished. I put divine in there. The combined cooling effect of camphor, the roots of the Kasha and sandalwood is surpassed by the coolness of Krishna's palms and the soles of his feet, which are cooler and more pleasing than millions upon millions of moons. So all these are very cooling items. The moon is very cooling. Camphor, very cooling. Almost burningly cold. Kasha and sandalwood, all of these are cool. And Krishna's palms and lotus feet are millions of times more cooling than even the moon. Eteka vilapakari prema veshe gaura hari e arte pade eka shloka se shloka padi radha vishakare kahe bada udgadiya hridayera shoka. Lamenting in ecstatic love, Śrī Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then recited the following verse, which was spoken by Srimati Radharani while exposing the lamentation of her heart to her friend Śrīmati Vishakha. Haring mani kavatika pratata hari vakshastalaha smararta taruni manna kalusha haridor argala sudangshu hari chandanotpala sita brasitanga kaha same madana mohana shakki tanoti vrikshas vakshaspriham. My dear friend, Krishna's chest is as broad and attractive as a door made out of Indra-Nila gems, and his two arms, as strong as bolts, can relieve the mental anguish of young girls distressed by lusty desires for him. His body is cooler than the moon, sandalwood and the lotus flower and camphor. In this way, Madan Mohan, the attractor of Cupid, is increasing my desire. This verse is also found in the Govinda Lilamrita. Prabhu kahe Krishna Munya ekanai painu apanara durdaive puna harainu. Śrī Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, I just now had Krishna, but unfortunately I have lost him again. So these things are so far from material feelings. The body of the female and male body are both illusory in this world. They're not the substantial. Whereas the divine forms of the divine damsels of Braja, and what to speak, of Krishna, they're all completely spiritual. More, like in Christianity, the angels are considered to have spiritual bodies, but their bodies are material, actually, but very subtle. So this is not, so all of the references to Krishna's lotus feet and the breasts of the gopis cannot be in any way taken as the mundane form of this is the prison of the soul. And the divine form is the expression of inconceivable love of God. So we mustn't confuse these two things in any way. Otherwise, why is Mahaprabhu, who is showing himself as a very strict sannyasi, hankering for Krishna in this mood? It has nothing to do with anything material. Chanchala Swabhava Krishnera Naraya Akastane Dekadiya Manaharikare Antardane. By nature, Krishna is very restless. He does not stay in one place. He meets with someone and chants his mind and then disappears. Tasham tatso bhagamadang vikshyamanam chak keshavaha prasamaya prasadaya tatraivantaradiyata. The gopis became proud of their very great fortune, to subdue their sense of superiority and show them special favor. Keshava, the subduer of even Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, disappeared from the rasa dance. Again, their feeling of pride is also nothing like our feeling of pride, based on a complete illusion of who we are. This verse spoken from Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken by Shukadeva Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit. And Maharaj Parikshit completely renounced. He found out he's going to die, and he goes, good, let's remember Krishna. And Shukadeva Goswami, lifetime brahmachari, and he's speaking these words. There's nothing material at all. Swarupa Gosanyira Kaena Gawaka Gita Jate Amara Hridayera Hayata Samvit. Śrī Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said to Swarupa Damodar Goswami, please sing a song that will bring consciousness to my heart. Swarupa Gosai Tabe Madhura Kariya Gita Govindera Padagaya Prabhure Sunanya. Thus, for the pleasure of Śrī Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swarupa Damodar Goswami began very sweetly singing the following verse from the Gita Govinda. Rase harim miha vihita bilasam smarati mano mama krita parihasam. Here in the arena of the rasa dance, I remember Krishna, who is always fond of joking and performing pastimes. This verse from Gita Govinda is sung by Srimati Radharani. Swarupa Gosai Jabi E Pada Gahila Uti Prema Veshe Prabhu Nachite Lagila. When Swarupa Damodar Goswami sang this special song, Śrī Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately got up and began to dance in ecstatic love. One time, the devotees brought Srila Prabhupada to one concert, like a concert, and they were also going to do kirtan, a big concert. And the people in the audience were dancing to some of the other music. And he said, these people, they dance just like monkeys. He was astonished. This is when everything was just beginning. They just looked like a monkey. No art of it, no meaning, no nothing. Just, you know. Swarupa Gosai Jabi E Pada Gahila Uti Prema Veshe Prabhu Nachite Lagila. When Swarupa Damodar Goswami sang this special song, Śrī Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately got up and began to dance in ecstatic love. Ashta Satvika Baba Ange Prakata Haila Harshadi Vyabhachari Shaba Antya-līlā. At that time, 8 kinds of spiritual transformation became manifest in Lord Chaitanya's body. The 33 symptoms of Vyabhachari Bhav, beginning with lamentation and jubilation, became prominent as well. Bhava doye bhava sandhi bhava shabalya bhave bhave mahajudde shabara prabalya. All the ecstatic symptoms such as bhavodaya, bhavasandhi, and bhavashabalya awaken in the body of Śrī Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. A great fight arose between one emotion and another, and each of them became prominent. Oh, I read this already. Why am I on this page?
Yeah, this is the third time we're reading this.
Oh my goodness. Well, it'll be way more than the third time.
That's okay.
Yeah, I was just completely. So I had a marker here for some reason, but I don't know. So this marker. Okay, so I'm going to move this marker. I opened up at the marker instead of where the ribbon was, but somehow or other, we're meant to remember these things. Yeah. Yeah, the big mistake of reading the wrong part of a book is not a big problem for a devotee or the devotee of a devotee. Mahābhāgavata teho sharala udara Kṛṣṇa-nama saṅkīrtan chalaya vyavahara. Kālidās was a very advanced devotee, and yet he was simple and liberal. He would chant the holy name of Kṛṣṇa while performing all of his ordinary dealings. Now we remember this. We're hearing about Kālidās. Kautukete teho jadi pāṣaka kailaya Hare Kṛṣṇa Kṛṣṇa kari pāṣaka chalaya. When he used to throw dice in jest, he would chant Hare Kṛṣṇa. When he used to throw dice in jest, he would chant Hare Kṛṣṇa while throwing the dice. Now, in this connection, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur warns the men of this age not to imitate the playful jesting of a Mahābhāgavata, like Kālidās. If someone imitates him by playing with dice or gambling while chanting the Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra, he will certainly become a victim of offenses to the holy name. As it is said, Harinām-bale pape pravriti. One must not commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the Hare Kṛṣṇa mantra. Playing with dice is certainly gambling, but it is certainly clearly said here that Kālidās did this only in jest. A Mahābhāgavata can do anything, but he never forgets the basic principle. Therefore it is said, Tara Vakya Kriya Mudra Vigyeha Na Bujai. No one can understand the activities of a pure devotee. We should not imitate Kālidās. Raghunatha dasera teho hai gyati kuddha. I mean, they can be selling fish in the market. You don't know what they're going to do. You can do anything. Their inner inspiration coming from the Lord can be of any variety. They have no sinfulness. Just like a policeman, he's carrying around a gun and ready to shoot with it. And someone else is carrying around a gun and ready to shoot with it. But they're very different persons. So this is clearly to be understood. Raghunatha dasera teho hai gyati kuda Vaishnavera uchista kaite teho hai la Buddha. Kālidās was an uncle of Raghunath Das Goswami. Throughout his entire life, even in his old age, he tried to eat the remnants of food left by Vaishnavas. This is a very strong characteristic of Kālidās. Any Vaishnava, if he could see pure-hearted Vaishnava, he would sneak and try to get the remnants of their food. Gradation hai jata Vaishnavera gana Sabara uchishta teho karila bojana. Kālidās ate the remnants of food of as many Vaishnavas as there were in Bengal. All the Vaishnavas he'd find by hook or by crook. So, Srila Prabhupada told us about this. He's saying whatever, if you eat from the plate of someone, you get some of their consciousness. And so we don't eat the remnants of others ever. We are taking the remnants of the Vaishnava, the Mahābhāgavata, the Mahaprasadam. We can take that prasadam, but we're not going around eating, sharing food off the plates of others. Brahmana Vaishnava Jata Chota Baddha Hoy Uttama Vastu Beta Lanya Tara Tanya Tanyayai. He would go to all the Vaishnavas born in Brahmin families, be they neophyte or advanced devotees, and present them with gifts of first-class edibles. Tara Tanyi Shesha Patra Layena Magiya Tahana Paya Rabe Rahe Lukanya. He would beg remnants of food from such Vaishnavas, and if he did not receive any, he would hide. Bhojana Karile Patra Pelanya Yaya Lukanya Se Patra Anichatte Kaya. After the Vaishnavas began eating, they would throw away their left dishes, and Kālidās would come out of hiding, take the leaves, and lick up the remnants. Shudra Vaishnavera Gari Jai Betalanya E Matatara Uchista Kai Lukanya. He would also take gifts to the homes of Vaishnavas born in Shudra families. Then he would hide, and in this manner eat the remnants of food that they threw away. Remnants means just something little bit will be on the leaf still, some tiny thing. Binumali Jati Vaishnava Jatu Taranam Amrapala Lanyateho Kaila Tarastan. There was a great Vaishnava named Jadu Thakur who belonged to the Bunimali caste. Kālidās went to his home taking mangoes with him. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur remarks, both Kālidās and Jadu Thakur are worshipped at a place called Śrīpātabhati in the village known as Bedo or Baduya. This village is situated about 3 miles south of the village of Krishnapur, the birthplace of Raghunath Das Goswami, which is about 1 mile west of the Biandale junction of the Burdwan line. Srila Saraswati Thakur took great pains in explaining how to go to these places. And even this, a post office there is named Devanandapur. Jadu Thakur used to worship the deity of Madan Gopal. The deity is still worshipped by one Rama Prasad Das, who belongs to the Ramayat community. It is said that the deity worshipped by Kālidās had been worshipped until now in the village of Shankya on the bank of the Saraswati River, but the deity has been taken away by a gentleman named Motilal Chattopadhyay from the village of Triveni. The deity is now being worshipped at this place. So this is the deity worshipped by Jadu Thakur. Amra beta diya tara charana vandila tara patnire tabe namaskara kaila. Kālidās presented the mangoes to Jadu Thakur and offered him respectful obeisances. Then he also offered respectful obeisances to the Thakur's wife. Patni sahita teho achena bashiya bahu samana kaila kali krishnera dekiya. I think we can stop here and I'll resume or just begin again with this story. It very greatly illustrates the nature of Kālidās. Jai. Without hearing about the Vaishnavas, what will happen in this world? A deep, dark thicket they were all stuck in. Jai Śrī Chaitanya Charitāmṛta ki jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj ki jai. Srila Om Vishnupad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, jai. Srila Rupa Goswami Śrī Upadeśāmṛta ki jai. Srila Rupa Goswami Pad ki jai.
Jai.
Shri Rupa Nuga Guru-varga ki jai.
Jai.
Excuse me for drinking, but I just have to keep my voice working. Vacho vegam manasakroda vegam Jīva vegam udarupasta vegam Tan vegam yogi shaheta dira Sarvam apimam prativim sasisyat Atyahara prayasascha prajapo niyamagraha janasangasaloyam cha sabir bhaktir vinashyati utsaha nishaya daryat tatat karma pravartanat sangachyagat sato vritte sabir bhakti prasidhyati. All right. Dadati pratigrahnati guhyam akyati pruchati bhunkte bhojayate chaiva sadvidam priti lakshanam. Exchanges of affection between the devotees. Krishnetya yasya giritam manasadriyeta Dikshasti che pranati bischa bhajantamisham Shushushaya bhajana vigyam ananyamanya Nindadi sunya rudam ipsita sangalabdya. And the different gradations of those who are chanting the holy name and our relationship with them. Drishtai Shabhava Janiter Vapushascha Doshe Na Prakritat Vamihana Bhakta Janasya Pasye Gangam Vasam Nakula Buddha Pena Panker Brahma Dravat Vam Apagachati Niradharmai. And the divine nature of the devotee, like the divine nature of the Ganges, cannot judge from some external thing, like playing with dice, for in their case. Syat Kṛṣṇa nama charitari sitapya vidya pito patapta rasanasya narochikanu Kinvadaradhanudinam kalu saiva jushta Svadvikramad bhavati nad gadamulantri. And the sweetness of the name of Krishna will cure the jaundice which makes that sweetness imperceptible to us. Tannama rupa charitari sukirtananu Smrityo kramena rasana manasi niyojya Tishtan bhajetarανuragi jaganugami Kalam nayeda kilam etyupadeshasaram. This is the essence of all instructions. And now, number 9. Vaikuṇṭha janito varamadupuri tatrapi rasotsavat Vrindaranyam udarapaniramana tatrapi govardhana Radha kundamihapiko kulapate premamrita blavanat Guryadasya birajato giritate sevam viveki naka. Okay. Vaikuṇṭha. Above Vaikuṇṭha is? Where? Yes. And above Mathura is?
Vrindavan.
Where?
Where Krishna performs his rasa dance.
And above Vrindavan is?
Govardhan Kiel.
Where? Krishna.
where
Kṛṣṇa performs so many divine
loving pastime.
pastimes,
loving pastime.
and above Govardhan and
Radha.
is
Vaikuṇṭha.
where the nectar of love of God overflows. Okay, so now here, continuing this incredible compilation of quotes from Guru Maharaj regarding this verse. So now we're on page 239. Just here in this verse, I think all right. Swarupe sabadahai golokete stiti. Our true nature exists in Goloka. It is a wholesale connection with Kṛṣṇa. Our true nature exists in Goloka, in a wholesale connection with Kṛṣṇa. Goloka is the whole. Goloka is the whole. In our Guru Maharaj's words, Goloka is like a football. It is not circular plane, but a full globe. And part of Yoma, Vaikuṇṭha, is something like the lower hemisphere of that globe. So in India and in Europe, the football is like what we call soccer. It's round and solid. And part of Yoma, Vaikuṇṭha, is something like the lower hemisphere of that globe. Goloka is the higher part. Why? In Vaikuṇṭha, there is only half of the rasa. There is Shanta Rasa, Dasya Rasa, and half of Sakya Rasa, reverential friendship. Full Sakya Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa, and Madhura Rasa are not present in Vaikuṇṭha. They are not public and open to the Jīva there. When the Jīva goes to Vaikuṇṭha, those are not things which he can attain to. In confidential Sakya Rasa, friends can climb upon Krishna's shoulder and play with him as an equal. Such nearness and closeness is possible only in the anurag, love found in Goloka, not in the reverential love. Are you looking something up? Oh, the full rasas in their full conception are found and are open to one and all only in Goloka. So that is not a half a sphere, but it is the homo full-fledged theism. There Kṛṣṇa is the Akila Rasamrita Murti, the very center connected with all classes and types of rasa. And he is very near and approachable through love and confidence. In the lower hemisphere, some principle of justice sometimes peeps into the heart, but when that half is crossed, we are taken to Kṛṣṇa-loka, Goloka. There, that is fully eliminated, and we are lost in the pure waves of love and affection, Ragamarg, in Goloka. Tatrapi rasotsavad, vrindaranya mudara pani ramanat tatrapi govardhan. Furthermore, even within Goloka Vrindavan and Partakiya Madhura Rasa, there is also gradation. Even in Goloka, there's gradation. There is so much gradation. It's so different. It's just the variety is of an inconceivable type. Very fine development is there. The Rasa-lila in Vrindavan may also be considered in a general position. Beyond there is a selected group who serve Kṛṣṇa in Govardhan. There, Kṛṣṇa accepts a greater and wider expression of heart to heart service. Radha Kunda Mihapi Gokulapate Premamrita Plavanat. But the highest position of all is in Radha Kunda. There, Kṛṣṇa is wholesale open to play wholesale. There's no restriction whatsoever. He is unreserved, and his play reaches its full expression. There is found his highest generosity in giving himself to his servitor, and the servitors there in Radha Kunda get the opportunity of service to its fullest extension, its highest possible degree. In comparison, Kṛṣṇa is reserved elsewhere. In comparison, and this is in comparison in Goloka, or to speak of Vaikuṇṭha, in comparison to the expression, full-fledged expression in Radha Kund, everywhere else he's a little reserved, but it doesn't look like that. But you see, there's all this gradation in comparison. Kṛṣṇa shows his fullness in accepting service only in Radha Kund. But Kṛṣṇa's wholesale openness is found only amongst the most confidential section. So we keep this on our head completely, not even considering in any way ourselves in that position. But Kṛṣṇa's wholesale openness is found only amongst the most confidential section. That is with Radharani and her own special group. She approaches to serve Kṛṣṇa there, and Kṛṣṇa in his full-fledged love, unreserved love, comes to cooperate with her service there at Radha Kund. In this way, Srila Rupa Goswami has shown us the development in the theistic way, and the way in which the rasa attains higher and higher tastes in Vrindavan, Govardhan, and Radha Kunda. How are we reading this even? But this is the nature of our gurus. If you have a gift, if you have that gift, you can give it. And if you are given that gift by someone who has that gift, then what is the nature of your prospects? It is unbelievable. Srila Rupa Goswami, is any question coming up anywhere? No? No, I mean from you. Srila Rupa Goswami has also shown that there is differentiation even in Kṛṣṇa's own form. He states that every Jīva has 50 qualities in minute measure. Then certain select devatas have 55 in a little more intense form. In Narayan we find 60 qualities in full. And in Kṛṣṇa we find 4 more, totaling 64. These 4 qualities found not even in Narayan. Jai Shishi Guru Gaurchandra Giri Raju Ki Jai. Those 4 qualities not even found in Narayan are Kṛṣṇa's Rupa Madhurya, Venu Madhurya, Lila Madhurya, and Parikar Madhurya. Rupa Goswami has given this to us so that we can understand the specialty of Kṛṣṇa Lila. He has also explained that even Dwarkesh Kṛṣṇa is charmed by Vrindavan Kṛṣṇa. I mean, we can't conceive of Vishnu in our own heart. We would faint to see his beauty. And he's an expansion of Narayan. Narayan is inconceivably beautiful. And more beautiful is Ramchandra. and more beautiful is Dwarka Kṛṣṇa than Mathura Kṛṣṇa and Kṛṣṇa in Vrindavan. But even in Vrindavan, his form is not all the same, exactly perceived in the same way. Exactly. It is represented in the scriptures that once when Kṛṣṇa of Dwarka came to see his own portrait as Kṛṣṇa of Braja, he was charmed. Oh, how beautiful I was. Now I'm not so beautiful. So we are to cross over the Kṛṣṇa of the Gita and the Kṛṣṇa of the Bhagavatam in general. Cross over, meaning we are to, meaning this path, this Rupanuga line is taking us there, that way. Cross over in that sense, going further than that. Crossing over the Kṛṣṇa of the Leela of the Mahābhāgavata and the Leela of Dwarka, we want only the Kṛṣṇa of Vrindavan Leela. And that's why the Lord on the battle of Kurukshetra said, Sarvadharman Pritsaja Mamekam Sharanam Braja. That is where you're going to find that real Sharanagati. Rupa Goswami has also explained that Kṛṣṇa can never leave the relativity of Vrindavan. Vrindavanam parityajya sakvachin naiva gacchati. Swayam Bhagavan Kṛṣṇa, or Swayam Rupa, as Rupa Goswami has described him, is the supreme original form of Kṛṣṇa. Then come all of his expansions, which Rupa Goswami has classified as Swayam Prakash, Prabhav Prakash, Vaibhav Prakash, and Prabhav Vilas, Vaibhav Vilas, and so on. Only Kṛṣṇa by the side of Radharani is Swayam Bhagavan. And we're singing this every day. Madhabhishta Rupa Radha Hridoya Mandire. My highest form is found in the temple of the heart of Radharani. If Kṛṣṇa comes to the side of another gopi, he becomes Prabhav Prakash, an expansion of that, and is no longer Swayam Bhagavan. So what to speak of Kṛṣṇa's form in another place or stage? Swayam Bhagavan is only he who is in relation with Śrī Rādhikā, and that is who we are worshipping in their form of the Maha Mantra. This is the fine representation we are to understand, and thereby we can measure what is what. Any question?
Well, that is the highest aspiration of Jīva, of this plane, Nitya-baddha Jīva, is the service of Śrī Upadeśāmṛta. Is that correct?
Yes, if they're fortunate. It is it can become their aspiration. But not just by nature. By nature, the Jīva, we have never been beyond the Brahmajyoti.
No, the aspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the highest aspiration.
Spiritual aspiration.
It's the highest thing
Yes.
of any. Right, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So this Kṛṣṇa of Vrindavan with Radharani is the highest. And he has come down to the prapancha, to the material plane, to give darshan to the people here. In this prapancha, he has come with his Bhu Vrindavan. Bhu meaning this earthly plane. He has taken the Vrindavan of the highest order here. He has brought Navadvip as well. There are two quarters of the highest plane, Goloka and Navadvip. So Mahaprabhu and Kṛṣṇa have come down to the surface to take us up. They have come down here to deliver us, to take us from this stage to that stage. Scientifically, their position is there, high above. And now we can understand that they have come here to the prapancha, to this material world, as an exhibition. This exhibition of the highest has come to the earth to recruit us from this position to that, while all the intermediate positions remain in between. There's a proper account of the layers that we are to pass through, and we are given some acquaintance with the nature of each layer. So there is no room for Sahajiyism, for the imitationists. These are the stages that we must pass through to attain Goloka. Only remaining on the earth and dreaming of going there will not do. We must pass through all these stages. Then only will our progress be genuine. We are fortunate enough if we can appreciate the gradual process toward these things that are given by Mahaprabhu, Bhagavatam, and the texts of the Goswamis. If we have Shraddha, sincere faith in that, then we can appreciate and understand these things. Then we can hope for and feel realization of the acme of our highest prospect. Mahaprabhu came to give us such direction. If we have proper faith, then we're not going to become Sahajiyas. Proper faith is a very sober thing. Very sober. Not somber. Sober. That this is where I am on the map. This is where I wish to go. And these I'm expecting. I'm hearing daily. What is to be expected? What is the real process? How am I to conduct my life? How patient must I be? But at the same time, patience without compromising enthusiasm. If we are impatient, like a child, just wanting a thing like immediately, like picking something out of a tree, that will not help us at all. If I want to become even, if I even want to become some kind of scholar, I don't expect them to hand me a diploma as soon as I walk on campus. But he's excited about the prospect of becoming that scholar, but he knows I've got years ahead of me. But he's really extremely excited for every bit of progress that he's making, because it's all very wonderful. It's all very wonderful. And if we think, like a Sahajiya, that I can simply imagine these things and feel all these feelings, then we are going to be wrapped up in the coils of the serpent of imagination, the mode of ignorance. We won't even come close to the real thing due to that offense. We'll bring everything down into the mundane plane.
By the grace,
everything by grace. And that means, what does...
Nothing else, not climbing, not trying to, only by the grace.
Right, and we are following and accepting their grace, all of their instructions. Whatever they tell us that we should do for our progress, we are doing that. That is also part of receiving grace, that we are obedient servanters of our gurus. I can hand somebody something, but if they don't reach their hand to take it, then they won't have it. So we have our part to play also. Because I have free will. I don't have to do anything for my progress. But that opportunity of making this kind of progress because of these kinds of great souls that are coming to this world in the service of Srila Rupa Goswami, that is the opportunity, because they have something they want to give us which is inconceivable to us and inconceivable to the world and not always going to be available. So we have to do what is necessary to extend our hand to reach that. And that's going to require time. It's going to require time. Why? Because the ego is keeping that hand closed tight. This is mine. And as I keep quoting this, but I heard it again yesterday, this very wonderful thing that Guru Maharaj is saying, that in order to come to this high, fine level of a blade of grass, of considering oneself a blade of grass, many concrete things must be crossed. Mountains, ocean after ocean, suns and moons, all these things that we consider very concrete, all of those things must be passed. One after another, layer after layer after layer. But what else are we going to do with our time? In our prison. Find something fun to do and just stay here in the prison of our ego. Now that we've heard about this, it's absolute madness not to apply ourselves to whatever is necessary.
Because monkey culture hold on to the Guru-varga.
What?
Monkey, hold on. You have to make effort.
Yes, you must make effort.
Just takes you,
Yes, yeah.
So I call it monkey culture. Hold on to the Guru.
Right. We must make our own effort.
Yes.
Not be passive. Otherwise, this passivity will lead to an uncontrolled mind, actually. So we have so many things to consider, but it is all very, very nice. Everybody really enjoying. I mean, sometimes we're on a battlefield, so the Kshatriya loves the battlefield, but he's not always looking like he's having a great time. He's getting injured. But to die on the battlefield is a great death. So this Die to Live program, this Die to Live, that is painful. But it is only painful because we're holding on to the thing that needs to die right now. The thing that Kṛṣṇa has come to kill through the environment. The only problem is that we're hanging on to it. That's the painfulness, not losing it. Losing it is like, what was I thinking? I keep thinking of that story of King Indra. King Indra was cursed to become a pig, and his whole family became pigs. Indra and his beautiful goddess wife, Sachi, and all of his beautiful God and goddesses children, they all became pigs. And they're living in the pig pen with their pig poop and everything. And then after that curse was over, Narada came and said, Indra, it's time for you to go back to heaven. There's a pond over there, I'm going to throw you in it. And you'll die, and then you'll get this body will, pig body will, and he's weeping. Oh, my family, oh, my wife, oh. The pig is like, Narada's like, what are you doing? So he started, first he threw the Sachi pig body into the, and then all the little piglets, one after another, and Indra was, oh, my family is gone. I'm so happy here. And Narada's just like, I can't stand this anymore. I just threw him in there, and Indra's like, oh, you know. And that's our situation. Krishna's come to kill this ego, one layer after another. And we're like, oh, it's so painful. And, you know, and if one little part of the ego just gets a little, we're like, oh, wow, that feels better. I feel so relieved. But meanwhile, we're weeping for our captor. Like Stockholm Syndrome. Falling in love with the captor. I mean, I'm telling you this because I'm doing it all day. But it is so ridiculous. We so much misidentify with so many things. Haribol Jai, Śrī Śrī Upadeśāmṛta ki Jai, Śrīla Rupa Goswami ki Jai, Jai Jai Śrī Śrī Guru Gauri Chandra Ju ki Jai. How beautiful. I mean, we didn't see, but Jai Giraj Govardhan Ju ki Jai.
Vaishnava Parima Jai Jamana Guru Vaishnava Para Padma Glorias Harinām-saṅkīrtana Kohe Narottamadas Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Kālidās Thakur ki jai.
Śrī Narottam Shaman Śrīnivasa Prabhu ki jai. Sadhu Swami Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
Worship Śrīman Mahaprabhu ki
Jai.
Jai to Śrī Sapasha Śrī Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. Śrī Rādhikā Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai. Śrī Chaitanya Sāraswat Maṭh ki jai. Lord Kṛṣṇa ki jai. Śrī Chaitanya SCSMission ki jai. Goloka ki jai. Harinām-saṅkīrtan ki jai. Samaveda Vaishnava Mandala ki jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Haribol. Jai Shri Gurudev ki jai. Haribol.
We're very fortunate to have the association today again of Bhima Krishna Prabhu, of Lavanya Didi, and Divya Shakti Didi. Also Shamos from Ireland.
Shamos?
Yeah, Shamasunda.
Oh, Shamasunda.
And Lila Moon.
Oh. Wait a minute. Who again?
Shamus?
Oh, Somi-san. Somi-san. Done right now.
And Lila Moyi.
Done.
Okay. Haribo!